Hi, Morgan here from Paul's Fishing Systems. Here we are arriving at Uretiti Beach for one of our drone fishing demos using the AEE Condor Fishing Drone. Beautiful day for it. I'll start off by telling you a little bit about the fishing reels that we have available in our fishing packages. First up, we've got the Tica Hyena, which has a 15 kilo drag and a capacity of 700 meters of 60 pound braid. This is the Penn Spinfisher VI 10500, which takes 900 meters of 60 pound braid with a max drag of 22.6 kilos. And this beast is the Okuma Makaira 30,000, which has 1100 meters of 60 pound braid and 30 kilo drag. The Daiwa Tanacom is our most popular electric fishing reel due to its large capacity and small price tag. We get 1200 meters of 60 pound braid on these reels. We like to take a tarpaulin with us. This allows us to keep our gear relatively free of sand. Chris is now getting the drone ready for its first flight over the water for the day. So he's putting in the battery, you'll be putting on the props, calibrating it shortly and taking it for a bit of a test flight before we put hooks on it and take it out over the water. Chris is now using an anemometer to measure the wind speed. This day was pretty calm, but it's good practice to measure it so that you get a good gauge of what the wind is actually doing. That's reading about 3 knots. Okay. We're using fresh mullet for bait today. It's a nice firm bait. It's our go-to pretty well anywhere we go. If we catch fresh kahawai, we'll cut that up and use that for bait. So you want to fillet it, scale it, cut it into strips about the size and width of your thumb, hook it through once through one end, through the flesh and out through the skin, and that will give you your best catch rate. Now Chris is getting our hook section prepared, so he's put on the release wire which plugs into the drone, and now he's putting on 2 of our 3-ounce drone breakout sinkers. These are like normal breakout sinkers, but they've got extra hard wire. And the idea with having 2 3 ounces rather than 1 6 is that more wire is going to give you more grip in the sand rather than 1 6 ounce with only one lot of wires. Now, if you're fishing in areas that have got a lot of current, you can also just wrap a rubber band around the sinkers, and that's going to give it a little bit of extra hold. We recommend using thinner rubber bands and only wrapping them around 3 or 4 times. Give it a test to make sure the wires are going to release. You don't want it being stuck out there with the wires stuck in place. It makes it a lot harder for it to be pulled in. Now we've got our sinkers ready to go, our drone end is ready to be plugged into the drone. Now we are uncoiling the hook section, making it into a bit of a arc so that we know that nothing's going to cross over itself and get tangled as the drone goes up into the air. Clip it onto the end of your fishing line. You should have a swivel on there. Make sure you remember to clip the wire into the drone before you take off. Just checking that everything is attached how it should be. So you've got both sinkers are attached on the same clip on the drone end, no sinkers on the other end. Now Chris is clipping his traces onto the hook section. The hook sections will have a short run where the trace goes and then a longer run in between the traces. The longer run is there to prevent the traces running together and getting tangled. If you've got birds around, just keep a bit of an eye out, and yelling at them can get them away from your baits, or if you're paranoid you can throw a little bit of sand over the baits, just not too much, otherwise the drone will struggle to take off. Ready to set the gear now. Start the motors on the drone, make sure the bail arm is open on your reel. Take it up nice and easy. You can go up and out at the same time, or you can go up and then out. It's entirely up to you, whatever you feel more comfortable with. Going faster at this point is better than going slow, just so that you don't end up with a lot of slack line in the air, especially if you've got a crosswind. Having your hand on the spool of the reel as the drone is peeling the line off helps to keep the slack line to a minimum. Having too much slack line in the air as the drone's going out can mean that you're going to have to fly the drone forward for a little bit longer after you flip your bail arm over, just because you'll need to get that slack line out of the line before the tension will actually come onto your release mechanism. Doing it this way helps to make sure you've got a positive release. Once the line's released and you know that it's released, so you'll see the tension come on and then it'll go limp. Press return to home button on the remote. Wind your line just so that you know it's nice and tight. You want to make sure that your sinkers are bedded into the sand, so don't wind it too hard that they're going to release. And this is going to make sure that when the fish pulls against the sinker, it's going to set the hook nice and firm. A tight line catches more fish. So now the drone's on the way back. Chris is keeping an eye on the remote to see how far away it is, because he will be hand catching it. And what he's doing with the reel there is he's just tensioning up the line, just getting the slack line out of the water. There'll be line taken by the current. He's just trying to make sure it's all in a nice straight line to keep that pressure on. Here's the drone, so he's taken it out of return mode, he's put it into manual mode, bringing it down manually, stopping it just above his head, grabbing the battery and then putting that left lever straight down to turn it off.
Oh, you got something? Let's go, Betty. I've got it on camera. Cheers. Yes, snap it. Not bad at all. Good fish. Good fish, right? Not bad.
Now for the second set of the day, Chris is going to be running the line from the Daiwa Tanacom electric reel. A lot of our customers prefer using these electric reels. They're a lot less labour intensive than running the spinning reels. We do prefer spinning reels just because of the less risk of a bird's nest on the way out than using an overhead reel.
Have a shark of 300 kilos.
Maybe.
You set the hooks now, you're on there?
Yeah, I've let the sinkers go.
Have you?
Yeah.
Who do we pay some way around? Don't we take money here?
How far is that? So you've already gone about 15 seconds. What's the time?
So that's about 700 metres of line to wind in.
Okay, he started
That reel's got
basically
almost 1100, I think. So yeah, don't stress out if it keeps going. Yeah, it'll go, depending on how fast you're going, 30 or 40 metres. You want to get that tension on as quick as you can because it runs on a sliding trace.
And now you push the home button.
I've already done that, yeah. As soon as you do the release, you push that home button. It says return on there, and it'll fly back.
Yeah, because that would be here. Really, it's not that hard.
It's going with a bit of
Waterway anyway.
yeah. But if you do go through a bit of a squall, just dry it off, turn it upside down so it'll drop out if there's any in
Blow
there.
that out with the compressor? Or?
Don't ever blow it, suck it. So vacuum, otherwise you're just going to blow everything deeper in.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
So we've got special vacuum units for it, but we strip the whole drone down if we have to, clean it all out, I pull all the lenses and everything off, pull the legs out.
Right, the more pressure you put in, the further it extends it in.
That's right, yeah. So you don't spray anything into them, you don't oil them, it just attracts debris.
Okay.
You know, you're attracting sand and all the muck.
It's like a motorbike with oil chain on the beach.
Yeah.
Not very good.
That's right, yeah. No worries, cheers mate. Thanks a lot, cheers for coming.
Now that everything's already together, Chris is just going through and rebaiting the traces in place, so there's no need to take anything off to do this part. Just rebaiting, then he will be ready to reset all of the gear again.
Yep, go.
What did you do? How far did you go?
It was 500.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'm going to send that one out 700 or 800 now.
When the drone. How many runs are you getting with these big drones? Or the big drone?
With this one,
How many sets?
average sort of 4 to 6 sets at 500.
Okay.
But depends on the wind, depends on how good you are at flying.
That was
500.
500.
Yep. Fresh bait.
Nice little bait fish, right?
Yeah.
I never thought that we'd never hang on to it.
I was just saying you go slow so you don't pull the hook out of the mouth and there's a bloody fish on the end. only a baby, I think.
Got those small fish.
She's a keeper.
Yeah.
You got
No, nothing wrong with that.
32.
There you go, you got your dinner. You got a chili bin or anything? If you're fishing in the same spot, yeah, I haven't recalibrated those drones today. I've calibrated them this morning when we got here, and that's it. Yeah, just the first time when you get to the location you're fishing at.
Okay.
So you get to the beach, calibrate the drone. If you go down to that red car, recalibrate it because you've changed location.
If you're stopping right here, it should be, just turn it on the second time away you go.
Oh, if you've left the beach and come back, recalibrate.
Just stay here, just put it in the car and come back.
Yep, that's on.
Another demo done and dusted. Make sure you subscribe to our videos to see more of them, and subscribe to our newsletters if you're interested in coming along to one of our demos. We hold them all throughout New Zealand, and everyone is welcome to attend.